Arts and Humanities Union have been on sit-down strike for 3 weeks over the salary disparities with their science counterparts. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Kampala.
The NRM Electoral Commission Chairperson Dr. Tanga Udoi has officially started nominations for the NRM Central Executive Committee today, the 1st of July, 2024. He told the media that the forms for expression of interest for the post of NRM Chairperson and flag bearer have been printed after 2 other persons showed interest.
Tang Odoi, who had refused the 2 contestants to the top 2 NRM positions yesterday, has cleared the queries and released the forms.
Humbly, like presidents do, and pick the forms. They must also have paid the required 20 million for presidential forms and 20 million for expression of interest forms. We have not been informed by them, but since they now informed that there are people who wanted the forms, we have printed these forms with security marks and they are now available.
Several members of the party have been nominated, including over 250 members showing interest for the SEC positions.
On behalf of the NRM Electoral Commission, I, Dr. Tanga, nominate Honorable Michael Mawanda to contest for Central Executive Committee Vice Chairperson representing Western Uganda. That's it.
NRM Secretariat, I've come to express my interest on the position of Vice Chair Karamoja. This position, I started having a vision on it in 2020.
The nominations for the SEC members continues this week and will close on Friday, with exception of President Yoweri Museveni, who will be nominated on Saturday, the 5th of July, 2025.
To come for nomination. President Yoweri Museveni, Kaguta Tibuhaburwa will be here on Saturday to come for nomination. The others who want to be presidential material will be welcome on Friday as the last day.
Nahawe Charity reporting for UBC News.
Buganda Road Chief Magistrate's Court has charged 28 youth accused of assaulting people in Kampala over the weekend in a so-called Egali. The accused were arraigned at the Law Development Center and Buganda Road Court in Kampala to answer charges of simple robbery, assault and theft. The 28 who denied the offences claimed to have been used by politicians. They were remanded to Luzira prison.
These other 14 suspects were arrested by police at Wandegeya over the weekend. They have appeared before Law Development Center, Grade 1 Magistrate Court in Wandegeya to face charges against them. Upon arriving at court, they alleged to have been used by politicians who later denied their actions. Among the suspects was Ojala Anthony, Martin Sentai, Katakwenga Dilisa, Matovu Muzaffar, Odong Ismail, Salongo Kafero, Waswa Joseph, Kabogoza Joram, among others. The 14 suspects arraigned before Magistrate Dorina Mbabas were charged with 3 counts of theft, simple robbery of phones, money worth 1 million, handbags, among other items.
At Nakasero Chadondo Road in Kampala.
Nakasero Chadondo Road in Kampala.
You robbed Magezi Leonard together with cash.
They were also charged with another count of assault, to which they all pleaded not guilty to. Prosecution represented by Patricia Thingitho told court that inquiries are complete, since they had no sureties. Court did not release them on bail.
Put down your hand.
Meanwhile, 16 suspects from the Central Police Station have been arraigned before Buganda Road Magistrates Court and charged with simple robbery. That happened at National Theatre in Kampala. The 16 include 3 juveniles, Tulinawe Emmanuel, Bwambale Ediga, and Kengoze Josephine. The suspects have appeared before the Principal Magistrate Grade 1, Winnie Nancha Jatiko, and denied the charges leveled against them.
National Theatre in Kampala, Mwanya Gachigozi Abudu, essimu ye ey'ekika kya Galaxy ne Nokia nga byali babibalamu emitwalo 6 egya Uganda ne ssente enkalu, byonna ebintu bye mwamubbako byali bya miliyoni 1.45. Amangu ddala nga mukola obunyazi obwo mwabimuggyako na bukambwe ne mumukuba ne mumutuusaako ebisago.
Prosecution represented by Alani Muchinguzi told court that investigations into the case are complete. The accused were remanded until 18th July 2025, when court will start the hearing of the case. The 29 are said to have committed the alleged offences around Nile Avenue, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation UBC, at the Ministry of Health, Nakasero, Wandegeya, among other places on 28th June 2025. Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nansubuga, UBC News.
The National Planning Authority has launched the 2025 State of the World report indicating that fertility rate has dropped from 5.2 to 4.2 to 4.5 children in every woman of childbearing age. The Executive Director of National Planning Authority, Dr. Joseph Muvawala, highlighted that the country embraces this decline, citing emphasis on economic empowerment while addressing the media at the Uganda Media Center.
The 2025 State of the World Population Report shows a decline in fertility rates from 5.2 to 4.5 children for every woman of bearing age.
As confirmed by the 2024 National Population Census, we can now see that every woman, we have reached a number of 4.5 children per woman. I wish to emphasize that while this trend is positive, we must always safeguard against fertility falling below the replacement level of 2.1 children.
The report emphasizes that the real fertility crisis is about the inability of individuals to realize their fertility goals.
Whether, when, and with whom to have children.
Because 1 in 4 girls begins childbearing before age 19, and often leading to school dropouts and lost opportunities.
As far as culture influences fertility rates, Dr. Gift Mulunga says the solution lies in responding to what people say they want as reproductive agency.
Certain cultures value more children, and therefore decisions about how many children a family will have will be dependent on where you come from.
Now we say, Zala abana bosobola. Produce only those that you can manage. If you can manage 100, produce them. Take them to school. If you can manage 1, produce 1.
Dr. Joseph Muvawala, the Executive Director, NPA, emphasized the need to shift efforts to economic empowerment and education of all.
So increasing incomes is going to be critical for us going forward. Number 2, education. All of us, the fourth estate, we should fight to ensure that our children stay in school for at least up the age of 16 years.
Fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees for your child for a whole year.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the rider selection campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
It's a FlexiPay cashback explosion. Shop and pay with your FlexiPay. Cashback, instant. It's a FlexiPay cashback explosion.
It's a FlexiPay cashback explosion. Simply shop and pay with your FlexiPay at activating outlets and enjoy instant cashbacks. Terms and conditions apply. Stanbic Bank is regulated by the Bank of Uganda, and customer deposits are protected by the Deposit Protection Fund up to 10 million Uganda shillings.
Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. In a bid to combat air pollution and improve environmental air quality, the Real Urban Emissions Initiative, in partnership with NEMA and the Ministry of Energy, have complemented a year-long study on motor vehicle emissions, highlighting the pressing air quality challenges in Uganda's capital, Kampala. We'll get to that story later on. Minister for Health, Dr. Janrotha Cheng, has urged the Indian pharmaceutical companies to take advantage of incentives in Uganda's growing health industry. She was speaking during the MedTech Uganda and Uganda Pharma Expo in Kampala.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Janrotha Cheng, has called upon Indian investors in the medical sector to invest in Uganda, citing favorable incentives.
Health is fundamental. And without health, we cannot do so many different things. But we are also very cognizant that there are other industries in other countries that already developed. And we need to have strong collaborations to foster more development of the pharmaceutical industry in Uganda.
She was opening a MedTech Uganda and Uganda Pharma Expo on the theme exploring the untapped potential of the medical and healthcare sector.
I am excited today to learn of the various innovations that will be taking place here, but also the interest of the various industries to set up base in Uganda so that we expand on Buy Uganda, Build Uganda.
Dr. Acheng encouraged Indian pharmaceutical companies to take advantage of Uganda's newly established industrial parks.
We are trying to say a collaborative way, how a Ugandan company and Indian company join hands and put up a plant as much as possible. So both the country, both the nations grow in that. That's one of the aim and purposes of Parliamentary Uganda.
The Indian High Commissioner to Uganda, Upenda Singh Rawat, reaffirmed the strong historical ties between Uganda and India.
I also want to thank the government of Uganda, Honorable Minister, and also His Excellency the President for his vision for the development of Uganda and supporting investors and businesses all around the world.
The Uganda National Drug Authority assured its bidders to fast-track product certification to support growth in Uganda's pharmaceutical sector.
You know the regulatory functions as classified by WHO. When somebody is in the ML4, is ranked as one of the best. Imagine in Africa, we are only 5. Why should you wander around elsewhere? Why don't you come to NDA and work with us? Your drugs are tested and you are sure of our quality of medicine.
Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC, has committed 100 million shillings towards the centenary celebrations of Lubaga Cathedral due on the 29th of October 2025. In preparation for this milestone, the cathedral has announced a series of events, including a fundraising dinner, and has shared an official account number with the public to mobilize resources and ensure impactful celebrations.
The Lubaga Archdiocese will celebrate 100 years since the consecration of St. Mary's Cathedral, Lubaga, on December 31st, 1925.
Dear people of God, in Uganda and on international level, we bless God for this milestone of 100 years of Lubaga Cathedral. Lubaga Cathedral was consecrated in 1925.
The Archdiocese has organized commemorative activities and fundraising activities, where a special account number has been shared with the public to facilitate contributions towards the celebrations.
Lubaga Cathedral is the mother of all cathedrals in Uganda, and therefore we have a reason to celebrate. We are, as we prepare and organize to celebrate the centenary on 26th October 2025, Lubaga Cathedral ought to receive a new face. And one of the activities to be celebrated before the D-Day is the fundraising drive. This fundraising drive is organized by the Archbishop, and we shall have that dinner at Popopo Memorial Hotel at 4 p.m.
The cathedral management will also carry out renovations of the cathedral, undertake artistic construction projects, and expand the existing parking lot.
The Archbishop, as we celebrate 100 years, requested us that we should make major renovations as well. So that is why that budget is at that tune of 2.5 billion. So it is my humble appeal. This is our generation. Remember, during that time, people didn't have so much money. But as we speak today, people have money. We are talking about 2.5 billion.
The fundraising drive also calls upon all other people who were not invited officially to give in their donations in the first place.
Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC, has pledged 100 million Ugandan shillings towards the celebrations.
As UBC, we received the great news when I was told you are celebrating 100 years. And I did put together a task force quickly to look at what we could do as UBC. And at this juncture, I would really put it that since it's 100 years of celebration, we are going to give this important milestone 100 million worth of advertising on our platforms. We are really looking at partnering with the church even further to see how we can be part of the building the moral fabric, because I think the church plays a very cardinal role, and we have the platform. We shouldn't allow social media to rule the airwaves with only the negatives that happen.
The construction of the cathedral began in 1914 and was completed in 1925. On 31st December 1925, St. Mary's Cathedral, Lubaga, was consecrated.
The fundraising drive is also intended to have a new parking constructed. That new parking is adjacent to the hospital, is opposite to the hospital and adjacent to the cathedral.
Lubaga Cathedral is very memorable. It's a historic monument. 3 popes have visited this church.
Abdul Nasele Lukomwa and Chris Pastor for UBC.
Henry Musasizi, the State Minister for Finance, General Duties and Rwanda East Member of Parliament, has reassured voters in Kashenyi Parish, Bubare sub-county that no one will be mistreated during the ongoing electoral period. While addressing a large crowd of enthusiast supporters during his campaign rally, Musasizi emphasized the importance of peaceful and fair democratic participation. He dismissed fears of political intimidation and assured constituents that their voices would be respected and protected. The minister urged residents to stay united and not be swayed by divisive politics or sectarian influence. He called on the people of Kashenyi to rally behind candidates who have a proven track record of delivering services and championing development, especially under the leadership of the ruling NRM party.
abazire banje nkazaba abazire bajya abakristu bambatiza mu dini y'abakristu nati jacu tushemerere ku kintu rero wamara hatwayiza mururu mushambe mwaruga hageze program z'amizi hageze program z'amashomero rero muze kwarana musazi barashomero ku munangara shomero ku mutareba ecishemerere ku bana bakorera ka MP1 Gero ndabasaba barunjimwe ebyo bintu mu bicenere kimwe kandi byange ndastari.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has approved lenacapavir to the expectation of Ugandan health scientists. Lenacapavir is an HIV injectable pre-exposure prophylaxis. Call it PrEP. That is administered twice annually to HIV-negative individuals to prevent them from acquiring HIV.
The global dream of ending HIV by 2030 is nearing reality following the approval of lenacapavir by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration on the 18th last month. Lenacapavir is an HIV injectable PrEP that is administered twice annually to HIV-negative individuals to prevent them from acquiring HIV. The director, Uganda Virus Research Institute, Professor Pontiano Caleb, has expressed optimism that this milestone, coupled with other HIV prevention interventions, will help curb new HIV infections.
It's a wonder drug which can be used for treatment of HIV, but very important also for prevention as PrEP. It's an injection that is given twice in a year. And in the studies whereby even Uganda institutions were involved, it showed very, very good results in preventing the transmission of HIV. So I think it will add to the different approaches in trying to end HIV/AIDS as a public health disease by 2030.
Dr. Flavia Matovu, who was the principal investigator for Purpose 1 study on lenacapavir in Uganda, describes the breakthrough as exciting news.
The next step is for each country to work with their local authorities to make sure that the drug is approved. For example, here we have the National Drug Authority. They have to approve lenacapavir and register it in Uganda, and thereafter Ministry of Health has to revise the guidelines, because we have guidelines for PrEP. Already we have oral PrEP that's been effective, but the uptake is very low, and also persistence people come for it and then they stop after a while.
The concern remains on the availability and accessibility of land to low-income countries.
Development of these drugs is expensive. There's a lot that has gone in. There's been research on this drug for more than 20 years, from the lab, the science, because it's such a good drug. It uses a different approach mechanism, unlike the drugs that we have. A new mechanism, which is so exciting to us. So a lot of research has gone on. In the lab, people discovered it, then the studies and the trials. So we need also to be, as we want the cost to go down, we need also to be, to also recognize that companies also have to get some profits to fund their research and future research, otherwise they collapse. So that has also to be taken into consideration. The research is expensive, so companies have to get back some of the money they have invested. So we hope we can use the current global networks, UNAIDS, the Clinton Foundation, PEPFAR, and other organizations that are more global to put some mechanism that may include negotiating tier costing, whereby the cost of the drugs could be different. Those in the rich countries, they sell at a higher price than those in the low countries. So tier pricing can happen. Pooled procurement mechanism. Clinton Foundation and others have done it, that if you have a big market, you procure big consignments. They go to Africa, they go to Asia, they go to Latin America. The companies may feel good about it, that they'll make money because there's somebody who's buying a lot at a cheaper price. So pooled procurement is very, very important.
So it's a lot of investment, a lot of time, and therefore you expect that this drug has to be priced a bit higher than what we can afford here. And therefore what Gilead did, even before the FDA approval came in, we had already signed agreements, licensing agreements with 6 drug manufacturers who can make generic versions at a cheaper price. Because they've not funded the study, they've not invested much, they are able to negotiate with Gilead Sciences to be able to provide the drug at a much fairer price than what the brand version would cost.
So Uganda will have to align her HIV treatment guidelines to incorporate lenacapavir. Adia Nakote, UBC.
Now, in a bid to combat air pollution and improve environmental air quality, the Rail Urban Emissions Initiative, in partnership with NEMA and the Ministry of Energy, have completed a year-long study on motor vehicle emissions, highlighting the pressing air quality challenges in Uganda's capital, Kampala.
Passenger car at 52% of the measurements.
After a year of research into motor vehicle emissions on Kampala's roads, the Rail Urban Emissions Initiative has released findings on air quality in the city.
Passenger car at 52% of the measurements, followed by heavy commercial vehicles, diesel heavy commercial vehicles, diesel minibuses, and diesel light commercial vehicles. You may notice that only 2% of the sample were motorcycles. And of course, this is an underrepresentation of what is here on the roads in Kampala, but this underrepresentation was due to some challenges in the data collection.
The permanent secretary at the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development says the ministry is promoting clean energy solutions, including safe and clean cooking technologies.
This key result that you have published or we will be launching today is extremely critical. It is a matter of life and death. And we must move from the results to action, like I've indicated. I've committed as a government, and therefore the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, to provide universal access to electricity and cleaner cooking by 2040.
The Ministry of Works and Transport is implementing comprehensive motor vehicle inspections to curb the levels of emissions and improve public health.
One of the recommendations which were made from this finding was to ensure that regular inspection of these vehicles is carried out to reduce or minimize the effects of emissions which come from these vehicles.
Meanwhile, NEMA has acknowledged the persistent challenges in managing air quality despite interventions.
Unlike water pollution, you know, water you have an opportunity to boil the water, to clean it, to do what. Air, you just breathe, your nose just opens and takes in whatever, you know, has been let into the environment. And that's the reason why we must be mindful of the air that we breathe. It's an offense under the air quality regulations, burning waste. It's an offense under the waste management regulations again.
Air pollution is a silent killer, with motor vehicle emissions alone contributing to about 19% of adult deaths in Kampala. Joseph Chigozigolola, Juma Nsamba, UBC News.
Konzo West Parliamentary candidate Godfrey Kabyanga has paid a courtesy visit to the people of Kayanja landing site in Nyakiyumbu sub-county. During the visit, Kabyanga interacted with residents, listening to the challenges they face and pledging to advocate for solutions.
And they have shared their challenges, but some of them the government already has put in interventions, like the road, you can see it is being worked on, but now they have a challenge of power. Though when I was still a mayor, I worked with WWF and the European Union, and we put here a mini solar grid, but the batteries had already gone down because there were LD batteries. Now WUA has also intervened. They have put in, they have replaced the batteries, but now they want to replace the whole system, the wiring, because the wires had been underground wires. Now they have been advised they should be overhead wires, and that's a challenge they have told me. I'll try to talk to partners to see whether they can do that. And obviously they had problems of the health center, but they are also having problems of household income, because you know the lake region, people depend on the lake and the yields are not so good. So I have advised them to go for alternative source of income, like keeping animals, keeping birds. Fishermen are really very, very complicated as when it comes to schooling. The children are sometimes not very, very anxious to go to school. So I have talked to the head teacher. I think we need a mobilization campaign here, so that children, instead of going to the lake, they should really come for classes. But obviously parents were also talking about unemployment, and I've told them government is doing everything possible to ensure they solve the issue of unemployment through IT interventions, like now the business processing outsourcing program from our ministry to make people access self-employment. It was really humbling to see young children, school children, old people all welcoming me. So it's wonderful, and I'm very optimistic. I think I'm going to sweep this landing site. Yeah.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. Please keep it with us.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees for your child for a whole year.
Explore Uganda.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
In the neighborhood, near stagnant water and mosquito breeding sites, malaria lurks, always waiting to strike. But fear not, for here comes Mr. Vaxa, the ultimate protector against malaria. For years, malaria has been one of the biggest threats to children under 5, making them weak and even putting their lives at risk. But now, the government is introducing a new solution, the malaria vaccine. The malaria vaccine is now in the routine immunization schedule. The malaria vaccine is administered in 4 doses at 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and 18 months. This vaccine will provide extra protection against severe malaria. And don't forget, routine immunization protects children from many deadly diseases. Every vaccine matters. Visit the nearest health facility for routine immunization services today. Mr. Vaxa, the malaria vaccine is free, safe, and ready to protect our children. Will you join the fight and complete all 4 doses? For more information, call the Ministry of Health on 0800 100 066. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
My name is Flight Captain George Michael Mukula, aspiring for the National Vice Chairman in charge of Eastern Uganda. The National Resistance Movement is a revolutionary party. It's founded on 4 ideals: patriotism, Pan-Africanism, social-economic transformation, and democracy. General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, our historical revolutionary leader, has kept this country peaceful for the last few years. Uganda now is peaceful from the north to the south, east to the west. In this new term, our focus will be to address the issues of youth unemployment and to ensure that the youth are part of the vision of the transformation of this country. 2, poverty. We must ensure that we continue to reduce poverty in our population. Number 3 is to ensure that we deal with service delivery to improve on our services in hospitals, schools, and ensure that there is water for everyone for production and to drink. We must also ensure that there is equitable distribution of wealth in Uganda. I therefore seek for your vote to be elected as the National Vice Chairman of the National Resistance Movement. Vote Captain Mukula.
We thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. Now, Uganda has launched the Comesa Digital Yellow Card USSD initiative to streamline cross-border travel and curb fraud in the transport and logistics sector. The launch in Kampala was officiated by Francis Mwebesa, Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives.
The Comesa Digital Yellow Card USSD initiative marks a transition from a manual to a digital system. The Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, Francis Mwebesa, says Uganda is committed to efficiency, regional integration and road safety.
In today's fast-paced world, the integration of technology into our systems is to improve with application. Stakeholders, especially border officials, will have instant access to critical information allowing real-time verification of yellow cards. This innovation will drastically reduce the potential of fraud, minimize the delays on the border crossings, and ultimately improve the user experience for involved.
The USSD platform, accessible via 2848070#, is a shift from the traditional paper-based process to enable real-time verification of the yellow card without access to internet. The USSD verification rollout strengthens regulatory oversight.
So what we're launching today is a platform which will ease the verification of the Comesa yellow card for vehicles which are crossing borders, to make sure that we do not get Comesa cards which are not valid or which are fraudulent.
The rollout in Uganda follows successful deployments in Kenya, Malawi and Zambia, as well as awareness campaigns at major border posts of Mutukula, Katuna, Mpondwe, Elegu, Malaba and Busia.
Having challenges to verify this yellow card Comesa. You find that you have a yellow card Comesa, but to verify it, it is not any easy. Because this Comesa can expire when the truck is in Malaba. Then you send the money to the driver, which means the driver will look somewhere and buy a fake Comesa yellow card.
So with this innovation and just using an ordinary phone, popularly known as a Kabiriti, you are able to dial on a USSD code and get a feedback that tells you that either the sticker is valid, the sticker is expired, or actually that vehicle does not exist in the existing database.
Of course, I want to caution, in particular the drivers. Please, if you have been doing this, or already you have the sticker which is forged and it is on your vehicle, please go back and get the genuine sticker. Otherwise, the law will take its course, because we need really to apply what we call legality, not illegality.
The Comesa Yellow Card provides seamless third-party insurance coverage for motorists across 13 member states, promoting road safety, protecting accident victims, and easing regional trade. Dennis Igoa for UBC.
Day 8 of preparations for the national football team at Kadiwa Stadium. The Cranes players focused on building cohesion as they embarked on their non-residential training camp. The African Nations Championship, CHAN, is exclusively reserved for players competing in their domestic leagues, making it a vital platform for Uganda to showcase its homegrown talent. Despite making 6 previous appearances, Uganda has never advanced beyond the group stage, an obstacle they are determined to overcome this time round. Uganda in Group C alongside Guinea, South Africa, Algeria and Niger. All group matches will be played at Mandela National Stadium.
It's a very strong group that we've been seated in, but we are the hosts. We are preparing according to the magnitude of the games. So we are in here to prepare a lot so that we can achieve the targeted goal. Yes.
We are good. The team is in good shape. We are coping up with training. Every player is in good shape.
Well, thank you so much for watching. That is all we had for you at this point. Let's get back at 10 p.m. with a bigger arrangement. Please keep it with us. Enjoy the next program. My name is Micheal Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakon and the whole team. Let's catch you then.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
My name is Flight Captain Micheal, aspiring for the National Vice Chairman in charge of Eastern Uganda. The National Resistance Movement is a revolutionary party. It's founded on 4 ideals: patriotism, Pan-Africanism, social economic transformation, and democracy. General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, our historical revolutionary leader, has kept this country peaceful for the last few years. Uganda now is peaceful from the north to the south, east to the west. In this new term, our focus will be to address the issues of youth unemployment and to ensure that the youth are part of the vision of the transformation of this country. 2, poverty. We must ensure that we continue to reduce poverty in our population. Number 3 is to ensure that we deal with service delivery, to improve on our services in hospitals, schools, and ensure that there is water for everyone.